this is the table that we'll be making in today's video. The name of the table is customer table. I've chosen to give it that name, right? So you can give it any name, but you try to give it a name which gives an idea what you're making. So the first field that you have is a customer code. Then the field is a column. Then the next field that I have is the customer name of the company, right? Then I have the last name, first name, the title, the address, and the city. Now the title, we have different ways in which people are assigned titles. So you have Mr., Doctor, Mistress, yes, and Reverend. All right. I'm going to create a table using Microsoft Access. So I click on this to get a blank table. Then what I'll do, I'm going to go up to the Create tab in the ribbon. I'm going to click on Create. And here now I'm creating a table. So I'm going to click this icon right here that says Create a blank table. All right, what I'm going to do now, the icon that is below the file that looks like a ruler and a pencil and a set screen, I'm going to click on it. We're going to first save the table as customer underscore information table. Press OK. All right, this is a design view. Now, the customer code will be our first field in our table. So we're going to type the word customer underscore code, right? And this one, we're going to assign short text, all right? And where you have the field size for each field can be up to 255 characters, all right? So what we're going to do now, we need to determine what is the customer code and assign the amount of characters that we would expect, the maximum amount of characters that we expect this field to hold. All right, so I'm gonna put 8, and what this minimizes the amount of memory that your database will take up. All right, so the next field name is customer underscore name underscore of company. All right, and this data type would be short text. So we have different data types that we can assign. We have short text, long text, number, date and time, currency, auto number. Auto number, the computer will automatically count whenever you enter a new record or a new row, right? So a record is called a row. We have yes, no, which is Boolean, and those are the main ones. All right, so for the customer name of we're going to choose short text. And again, we want to determine what would be the longest name that we would store in this field, right? So we're going to change this to about how many characters? About 70, right? And even 70 is a lot, all right? So the next thing we're going to next field name that we're going to make is last name, last underscore name, and this would be short text. All right, the next field name is first name, again this would be short text, and the other information that will save is title. Now the title, can you guess what type of data type that would be? Short text. Now how many characters are you going to assign? So the different titles that you can assign to persons are Mr., which will be 2 characters, Mistress, which will be 3 characters, REV, the shortened form for Reverend is REV, which will be 3, and so and so forth, right? So let us put the field size at 6, right? And the next information that will be storing in our table is the address. So remember, a table is a container that stores information. All right, we're going to assign short text city. Now this city also will be short text. How many characters are you going to assign for that? It wouldn't be, you wouldn't have a city that has 255 characters in it, right? So we're going to put about 25. And the address, likewise, so the address, you're going to click, this is how you would come back to here. The address would have about, so for example, the address might say 4 St. John's Road, New York, Bronx. So it wouldn't be 255 characters you would need. We're gonna put about 150. Right. So if you're typing up a letter in Microsoft Word and you're gonna write the address, whether your address or the address that you're sending the letter to, that small little part of the heading of the letter wouldn't be 255 characters, right? So we wanna allocate our memory based on the type of the longest information that you'll be storing for that particular field. All right, good. So if you was saving for me collecting, for example, the zip code for America, it would be about 8 characters, isn't that so? Right? So you wouldn't assign more than 8 characters because no zip code in America is longer, it's about that size, right? 8 characters or maybe 9 characters. So you would need 255 characters, right? You'll be wasting space, right? And if you have how many field names I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you accepted the default of 255 characters to each field, then when you multiply it by the number of fields that you have, you would have a large file. And if you're sending it via the email, the file might be too large to be sent over the internet. All right. So what happened to make sure that your file size is um, fitting the type of information that the field is storing. All right. So again, if you have the zip code in America, it's about 9 characters. So you wouldn't assign 255 characters to it. All right. So to come back, so this is our to come back to the table, you would click on the table here, and the first thing you need to do is save. So we're gonna click save, and this is our table. And this is the table, this is the information that you would need to enter in this table. So we have custom, we can widen here, so we carry the cursor between the two fields and we double click it. There it is, customer code. Double click here again, or you can click and drag it and widen it like this, or you double click on it and you'll see everything. So we have last name, right? And then now you can start entering the information. So this is how you create a table in Microsoft Access. And again, a table is a container to store information in your database. It's the main part of the database. You create the table first, and then you can create forms, queries, or reports. So we have created our table. We can save the table. So we click this icon here that says save, and or you can go file, save as, click save as database, save as, and you click yes. Then you can search for where you want to store the database, and you give it a name, and then you press. So we're gonna type, for example, customer information database. I'm gonna put another one here. All right, and click save, and it will be saved. All right.
Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.